Good morning, everybody. It's Gina. Today's weigh-in day. I'm going to start doing things a little bit different because I have found me some new motivation. In addition to all the motivation I already had, I am going to share it in a video all on its own, and I'm going to share it at a different time. But I have a hair that's hanging down in my face. But I just wanted to get on here this morning before I say, I just wanted to get on here this morning and say hello and welcome to Weight Watcher Weekly review. So we'll talk about that in after my meeting today. And I just kind of want to give you a bit of information about how my week went. So my family left on Friday. Yes, Friday evening. We ate out so many times last week. And then on Saturday, I went straight back on track. And even when I, like for instance, I almost don't want to tell you this without telling you this part of it. Okay, so I am going to tell you this part just because it's funny. Okay, so last Friday night when we went to dinner, the same Mexican restaurant that everybody loves to go to, I had an experience. And it is what, I already had a new motivation, and I'm going to talk about that in another video, but this one gave me my why back. And oddly enough, it's the same exact why I had to begin with that I lost. Isn't the Lord funny about that? Just in a different way. Okay, so if you followed me for any amount of time, you know that my why, originally when I started with Weight Watchers, they ask you, what's your why? Find out what your why is, know why you're doing this. And my why was I wanted to be able to get on the floor and play with my grandkids and be comfortable and not, winded, out of breath, can't wrestle around and play on the floor with them and just be with my grandkids. Well, it was a granddaughter at the time. There wasn't even two. Now there's two. If you know any more about us, you know that we don't really get to see our grandkids that often. The little one has never been to my house to stay with Grammy ever, and she's 13, going on 14 months old now, as well as the bigger one, who is 3, has not been to stay with Grammy once since last August. So that's not what this video is about. Okay, so we're at dinner the other night, and my oldest granddaughter is sitting beside me, and she just all of a sudden, she said, how come you don't have no lap? And I was like, what? She goes, how come you don't have a lap? I said, well, Grandma didn't do very good. I made some bad choices. I said, I was kind of bad. And it made me bigger, so now I don't have a lap. And I said, was that bad of Grammy? And she said, yeah, I would slide right off of there. I promise you we died. It was so funny. She always has some kind of quick-witted, comical something. It was hilarious. I mean, the whole table, and there was probably, we had a table for 22. So there was a lot of us, and we were dying. It was hilarious. And most of you would think, oh, that's rude, that's this, that. No, my family, my boy and his wife, do not talk about weight, dieting, things like that in front of the kids because they do not want their perception of innocence of a child being swayed by fat, skinny, this, that, the other. They don't do that. So that's why I had to choose my words wisely and just say that Grammy made a mistake, and I'm working on it. So I've already shared with the people over on Facebook at See the Gina to look for this video. Even though it wasn't going to be in this video, I went ahead and shared it now. So I'll probably title this video Weight Watcher Weekly and I'm finding my lap. And so that is my new why. I am going to find my lap because I told her that night. I said, Grammy is going to find her lap. I promise I'm going to find my lap. I promise you, it wasn't even upsetting. It should have been. It should have been like almost tear jerking, but it was so funny. It kind of lightened the mood and it brought perspective back. It absolutely brought perspective back. And funny, my why is still that same little granddaughter. So, gonna get my lap back. We'll talk about how in another video upcoming. But the Weight Watcher Weekly is coming up shortly, so if you want to see that, just stay tuned. And when I get out of my meeting, I will share the review with you.